Hey guys, welcome back to Alpha Physio Pelvic Care, all things pelvic health and beyond. And today's episode has been inspired by a question I have been asked when I made some posts in social media. How breathing is related for our belly pouch, for this little belly that comes after birth and doesn't want to go in, and also diastasis recti. How our breathing ability to breathe throughout the whole diaphragm, namely from the sides and especially from the back, but generally diaphragmatic position and what happens with diaphragm after birth is related to our recovery for our abdominals and pelvic floor. First of all, a disclaimer. The breathing is not the very sole reason why we might have the belly. There can be many reasons, starting for a simple reason, some as extra weight, overstretched muscles, and especially it can be visible on a woman of a smaller build, and if they have bigger belly, it can be bloating related to diet or any other syndromes that might be happening in intestine, and it can be a bunch of other reasons. So the breathing in the diaphragm is essential to set when we recover from diastasis recti, and generally when we do post-pregnancy recovery even without diagnosed diastasis. But it doesn't exclude your general work on posture, so exercises to strengthen your glutes, to open up your back. It doesn't cancel good nutrition and taking care of your nutrition, whatever it is for you, maybe watching certain things that you eat if you know that certain things don't agree with you, drinking enough water, your posture throughout the day, especially if you have sitting job, and so on and so on. Plus, even if you have the cesarean section, C-section scar massage. I have a whole course on C-section scar massage. You can check it out in the description to this video. But the aim of this video is to show you two main postural changes that happens with moms after giving birth, and not necessarily even with moms after giving birth. We just give a little bit more focus on post-pregnancy recovery. This can happen to anyone, and how they affect diaphragm movement and how this affects the engagement of the pelvic floor, abdominals. Let's talk about two main posture types, and then I will show you some drawings of the diaphragm. Two main posture types I see generally in people, especially after giving birth, is either hyperextension, and here guys, I invite you to try this with me. If you're watching this video, get up and try. So hyperextension, open up front, overstretched open abdominal wall, the front ribs are facing out, probably the rib angle will be bigger, so the angle where the ribs come in will be more than 90 degrees. Shoulders might be open back or they might be slouched, it depends. A lot of tension in the low back, the booty out posture. I myself, I am prone, this is my type of posture, yeah, when I relax I stand like that. And inability to do this full engagement, feeling like I have to try really hard. These people are prone to breathing from the belly and helping themselves out to breathe a lot from the shoulder, hence like this. If you stand right now in this position and try to take deep breath in, where does it naturally go? It naturally goes in the top. If you try to take a longer, deeper breath, you might feel that you're struggling, or you might feel that you really have to help with your shoulders. And all the ribs are opening here, the abdominal wall is overstretched. Also, I would like you to try to do pelvic floor engagement in this position. So you're standing here, happily hyperextended. Try to squeeze, try to do the so-called Kegel. Try to squeeze your pelvic floor, try to lift. You might feel a little bit around your bottom, around the anus area. You might not feel at all around the vaginal area because the pelvic floor is overstretched in front. Now, the second type, the most common type, is posterior pelvic tilt. So somebody with this position will have the pelvis tilted, okay, Now here we really have to see, is it really posterior pelvic tilt or hyperextended knees or compensation with the upper body and anterior pelvic tilt, but for simplicity of things, posterior pelvic tilt. So flatter bottom, belly bulging out, shoulders hunched, and these people would really struggle to open the front and sides of the diaphragm, and most of the breathing will come from the belly, like huge belly breathers. Again, struggle to take a deep breath in. Now try to engage your pelvic floor in this position. Again, it will be quite hard to do it because the front abdominal wall is on a constant overstretch. Now, what these two positions have to do with the diaphragm? Well, the important news is your diaphragm starts from your zygote process and goes all the way around your rib cage, all the way, and has so-called tail that goes into your low back. And the same happens on this side, all the way around, round, down. We always say we have heartburn, our diaphragm getting compressed when we have a baby, and all we think about diaphragm being somewhere here. But the diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle that sits on top of your organs under your lungs to help them to draw in the breath. And we want this dome to work out fully, functionally, equally, all the way around. Not from the front, not only from the sides, not only from the back. This dome should be able to relax when it's up and to contract and go flat when we take a breath in, equally from all the sides. Moms with the bottom out, including myself. What we have is compressed diaphragm at the back part and towards the sides, especially this insertion point. So no matter how much you breathe, all you get is overstretched from front wall and submaximal engagement of the pelvic floor. With these moms, we need to work on equalizing consciously with an effort through positioning, through holding the position, equalizing that pelvic tilt, getting into neutral, getting your diaphragm into neutral position, and start breathing into the back and into the sides. So this bucket handle, breathing. With these moms, I usually position them in the way where they will have more sensation at the back of the diaphragm and on the sides. That can be four-point lean or the tummy or any other position that might help them. With the arms up, so we kind of give them a little bit feedback on the stretch here, especially helps with the crop top. So as soon as you get from this position, remember, overstretched belly here in front, we start to breathe in, open up the back, equalizing the front. We suddenly stop using our shoulders and we use our whole diaphragm. Have a look what happens with my belly. Here I'm arched, I'm equalizing my breathing. See what happens with my belly? It goes in. I can do full engagement now of my pelvic floor and my abs. One more. So my diaphragm works 360 degrees and it helps me fully elevate my abdominals to the maximum possible potential. Now, for those people who have a bit of a slouch back, hunchback, belly forward, again, we try here a lot of belly breathing. Something goes in between our shoulders. This part might be a bit overstretched, not effective enough. So I teach those people primarily to focus on their sides, to take the breath on their side. And of course, I correct them to the possibility of their anatomy, because sometimes it's their anatomy and I'm not going to get them perfectly straight. We always work with individual anatomy. To the possibility of their anatomy to start to breathe into the sides, to get also those front ribs unsticking from here. They're stuck, to lift them up, to unstick. Sometimes even with some manual therapy, we're working with diaphragm manually to open it up. So from here, to get them straight, and again, get that optimal engagement. So no matter your position, is it here? Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? We need to find the weak point, let's say, or the stagnated point, the point that is slightly tight around your diaphragm. Reposition the whole body, starting from your feet to your head, and start on that correct breathing. Let me give you a little warning. Yes, sometimes it can be a bit boring. You know, where I'm focusing. Am I only breathing? I came here to do some post-pregnancy fitness. What's on? I don't want to stand here and breathe all day. But if you don't set that basic, and you will be exercising in this position, only doing some abs, you will re-emphasize the belly. If you are in this position and you're going to do some abs, you won't be able to get the full engagement and contraction. That belly is not gonna go anywhere. So the breathing is our very basic to get our diaphragm working. And believe me, it's generally great for your full well-being. Breathing stimulates vagus nerve. It reconnects your body and mind. You start suddenly being conscious of, what do I feel? Oh, I can't take a full 4-second breath in without lifting myself with the shoulders. Or I have so much tension, I cannot even expand my ribs. So it creates this wonderful connection between your body and mind. I also have a whole program. I have recordings of my post-pregnancy recovery videos. If you're interested, make sure you check the comments. The link is there. All in all, guys, in a summary, whether you have hunched position, whether you have booty out position, whether you do have some asymmetry in your body, we always start with repositioning your breathing, because this will set your main breathing muscle, diaphragm, in an optimal work. And with the breathing, you can engage your pelvic floor and the core muscle, and then you can add all your movement, your spine movement, your arm movement, any movement you prefer. I hope I didn't make you confused, guys. I hope that helped. If you have questions, I'm pretty sure you do. Don't forget, pop them in the comments. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. And we will see you back very, very soon. Take care.